Hi everyone, welcome to Book Talks with Miss Thomas. I'm Miss Thomas, and if you love hearing about books, please subscribe. And if you are returning, thanks so much for watching. Welcome back. Now, I am doing today in this video 54321 book tag. 54321. I was tagged by the fantastic, I love Katie at Paperbacks and Ponytails. I'm sure you guys all know Katie, but if you don't, I'll link her video below. Please check her out. She's just so lovely. Katie is someone who, she has ended some videos and said, you know, please let me know how I can pray for you. And one time I was getting ready for a surgery. And so I replied and said in the comments, you could pray for me, I'm getting surgery. And she wrote this lovely prayer. She's just such a wonderful friend, BookTuber friend, wonderful, kind-hearted, God-fearing, lovely lady. So I wanted to get this tag out there for Katie. I'm a little late in doing it. I've been crazy busy with grad school and my job, but I wanted to definitely get to this, and I'm so excited to do this tag for my friend Katie. Okay, so the idea is you count backwards, right? So question number 5 is 5 recent 5-star reads. And those would be, I asked my husband and he was like, well, you've been talking a lot about that knitting book so much that you went and learned how to knit. So I would definitely put The Unlikely Yarn of the Dragon Lady. I think that's what it was called. And I loved that book. That was about these church ladies that got together and knitted prayer shawls. And one was real grumpy and kind of bossy. And one was like put in a assisted living by her daughter and trying to get out there and get some action. And they got kicked out of church and had to knit in the mall. And I loved it. I just loved that book. They met all these people in the mall that would come up to them while they were knitting with their prayer requests. And some of them started going to their church. And I thought that was such a great book. So I definitely highly recommend The Unlikely Yarn of the Dragon Lady. I love the book. I'm not sure I remember the title, but that was so good. I think that's what it was called. Number 2 I would recommend is, well, I've just started it. I got this book as a gift from my beautiful friend, Amanda at BookLoverAmanda, The Extraordinary Deaths of Mrs. Kipp. And I just started this and I'm really loving it. So I'm predicting this to be a 5-star read as well. So this is another one that I'm going to put on the list. I'm not really far into it yet, but I think I'm going to really love it because I really love Amanda, right? And she loved it. So why not? I wanted to start it at, I started it at a reading sprint that she did with Skye. So I thought that was nice too. You know, she gave me the book, she had a sprint, so I started it. So this video is going to go up probably at least a week after her sprint, but I wanted you to know I'm thinking of you, Amanda, and I thank you for the book. Fragments of Fear would definitely be another 5-star read. If you watch my channel, you're probably tired of hearing about Carrie Stuart Parks, but I loved that book. That was a really good one. And if you're into like psychological thrillers, there was some gaslighting in that book, which I liked. You know, can you really trust the people in the book? You know, what's going on really? I like that aspect of the book. It almost reminded me of like an Alfred Hitchcock film. And then One Little Lie by Colleen Coble. That is the first in a series of at least 3 books, I believe. And that one is a lady cop, and she started out in a cult, and she escaped it when she was a pregnant teenager. And the baby was, I guess, left behind in the cult, and she escaped with her father and became a police detective and is out there solving mysteries. And that was just a fantastic book. And then the other one is not a Christian book or a Philippians, maybe not a Philippians 4 book, I'm not sure. But I loved The Memory of Light by Francisco X. Stork, and I definitely think you should read that book. It's the story of a teenage girl who attempts and fortunately fails at her suicide attempt. And it really gets into her experience as she tries to recover from her suicidal thinking. And she makes some friends in the hospital who also have some tremendous emotional hurdles to overcome. And they just form unique friendship. And I'm all over that. I love books where people can build each other up and help each other with their challenges and rise above and make beauty from the ashes. I highly recommend that one too. Okay, so then the 4, that was 5. And then this one's 4. 4 would be 4 auto-buy authors. And I'm going to go with Jane Harper because I just loved her books, The Dry especially, and Force of Nature. I loved those especially. And then I never can pronounce it, but Liane Moriarty, I believe is her name. There was one book she wrote that I was kind of meh, but most of her books I really, really love. So Liane Moriarty fails to disappoint. And Harlan Coben, of course, and Carrie Stuart Parks. Now, I tried to put, some different things in there, right? Because, well, no, they're mostly mysteries. But Liane Moriarty writes about, like, women and relationship issues as well. And she even has 9 Perfect Strangers, which is funny. She has a little bit of comedy. I think she's funny. I like her style. It makes me laugh. But, no, it's mostly mystery. I'm a mystery girl. Sorry. Okay, 3 favorite genres would of course be mystery, mystery, mystery. I also like young adult fantasy, fantasy books, especially like for the younger reader. I liked The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe and Percy Jackson. So I like fantasy. With a leaning toward young adult fantasy. And then I don't know what you would call this genre, but I sort of alluded to it when I was talking about Liane Moriarty. The idea of women and things that are funny and just about relationships and friendships. Same with The Unlikely Yarn of the Dragon Lady. I love a story where women are just funny and they get together and deal with conflicts and women's issues that are light and fun, like the pastor kicking you out of church so that you have to knit in the mall, or, the Liane Moriarty books where, you go to this retreat to try and lose weight or whatever, and the person running the retreat is, driving you crazy, stuff like that. So I like laughing when I read. Who doesn't like to laugh, right? 2 favorite places to read: the beach. I'm at the beach right now. I filmed a couple other ones from the beach, but I love the beach. And if you didn't, please check out my videos. I had one in July where I showed you the damage to the beach and how the ocean caused houses to actually collapse right in the beach. And then I did another video on this trip where I show you the houses. Some of them have actually been moved back away from the ocean. How do you move a house? I mean, it just blows me away. So I love to go to the beach. It's my favorite place to be, especially to read though, to just lay on the beach and read a good book, or to lay in the pool and read a good book, be in the sun, enjoying God's warmth, and just reading at the beach. Okay. And oh, by the way, while I'm at the beach, this is going to make my camera wobble. But another thing I'm reading at the beach is research, educational research, competencies for analysis and application. So some of you expressed an interest in my graduate degree, so I will do a video on the things I'm studying in grad school because I'm getting a degree in reading, and specifically how reading works, like how the brain processes reading. It's really fascinating. And this what I did in my on my vacation here at the beach, I took a test in this based on a case study in this book. And the case study was on parent involvement, and does parent involvement enhance reading scores in middle school students? So, and of course it did. But anyway, so that's one thing I'm reading, sort of a little bunny trail there, sorry. But some of you expressed an interest in grad school. And, oh, my other favorite place to read would be the couch at home. I have this big window in my living room, and I spread out on the couch and read, and Truffles usually curls up right next to me. My kids say I'm a couch hog, and they get annoyed, but I love to read on the couch, like with Truffles next to me. And then the last one, a book you promised to read really soon. Well, I've got quite a lot of TBR type books, but since I'm reading this one, The Extraordinary Deaths of Mrs. Kipp from Amanda, Amanda, it seemed appropriate to make my next book the one that Chrissie gave me. So my next book, Chrissie, I promise to read, is Beyond a Doubt by Colleen Coble, because the beautiful, wonderful, hilarious Chrissie at Chrissie's Purple Library sent me this as a gift. And thank you, Chrissie, and thank you, Amanda. And I think I'm going to do a video, and if you guys want to steal this idea and do it too, I think it'll be fun. I'm going to do a video of books that were gifts, right? BookTuber gifts. I want to do a video about these two books, and Melanie Kilsby gave me a book. I'm going to put that in there. And a friend of mine gave me a book. She's not a booktuber, but I think I'm going to do a video on books that were gifts. Gifts from godly women or something like that. I don't know. I'll do a fun video on that. So I promise, Chrissie, to read yours next. And that's it. As far as tagging people, a lot of people have been tagged on this one. Baylie at Bailey's Bookshelf, I don't know that you were tagged yet, so I'm going to tag you. I don't know. I think most everyone else that I know of was tagged. So, let's see. Kelli, since I did that video for Kelli Reads a Lot, Kelli, I'll tag you. And I'm pretty sure Chrissie and Amanda and Skye, I think you guys were tagged, but if you weren't, then I tag you. And anyone else interested in doing the video, please go ahead, 54321, reading tag. So I hope you're out there and you're reading lots and lots of great books. And I hope if I recommended a book that appeals to you, you'll go out there and read it. I'm really enjoying the beach, and I'd encourage you to check out the video where I show you about the beach erosion. I did like a before and after. So July, I did a vlog, and then I have a different video where I show how they've improved the beach. And I just love to see when things are improved. So that's all. I'm going to go now. It's so hard to end videos. But anyway, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.